Today, in the second episode of The Hidden Smile of God, we'll look at how suffering is not an accident, but something God Himself ordains through the life and trials of John Bunyan. Bunyan's 12 years in prison were years of deep suffering, physically, emotionally, and within his family. His body weakened on the cold stone floor. His family was left in poverty. And most painfully, he was separated from his blind daughter, Mary. He once confessed, "While in prison, as I thought of my poor children, my heart was torn, as if the flesh were being pulled off my bones." Yet in time, Bunyan came to see that his suffering was not merely the result of human cruelty or political persecution, but a trial allowed by the sovereign hand of God. In his book Seasonable Counsel, Advice to Sufferers, he wrote, "Suffering does not come by chance. Who shall suffer, when, where, for what cause, and how long, all these are determined by God." This was not fatalism, but a confession of faith in God's absolute sovereignty and providence. Bunyan drew from 1 Peter 4:19. "Let those who suffer according to God's will entrust their souls to a faithful Creator while doing good." Suffering, he said, does not occur outside of God's will, but within it. Therefore, believers should not resent God or run from Him, but trust the faithful Creator with their souls. Bunyan added, "Our enemies can hurt us only as much as God permits them, for His bridle is in their nose." He was quoting Isaiah 37:29, where God declares His control over the proud king of Assyria. Even the powers of this world, Bunyan believed, are but tools in the hands of God. To Bunyan, suffering was not proof of God's absence, but evidence of His love. He wrote, "Sometimes God drives His church into the middle of the sea, but the water will rise only to our neck, it shall never drown us." Just as Hebrews 12 teaches that discipline is a sign of God's love, Bunyan saw suffering as a divine training ground for obedience. He even wrote, "Our sufferings are appointed by God Himself. Therefore, even in pain, the believer must say, 'Lord, your will be done.'" At the heart of Bunyan's theology is this truth. Behind a frowning providence, He hides a smiling face. God often hides His smile behind the frown of suffering, not to destroy us, but to purify our faith and reveal His goodness. Even in prison, John Bunyan saw that hidden smile and found peace in the midst of pain. Next time, we'll explore how no suffering allowed by God is ever wasted, but always bears fruit in the end. Thank you for watching.